So let's talk about being falsely accused. And man, it's a crappy feeling. Seriously, it's like stepping on a Lego barefoot. Ouch. But it gets worse when the accusations are completely false, right? I mean, seriously, what the hell? You're gonna be feeling confused, upset, and frustrated. I have absolutely no doubt or illusions about it. But hey, don't panic just yet. It's possible to get through it, and I'm here to tell you how, so buckle up. Alright, let's break it down. First things first, you gotta understand where the hell these accusations are coming from. Your partner's accusations might blindside you, but trust me, they've probably been brewing for a long time. Ask them why they think that you have done things that they are accusing you of. Do they think that you're cheating or lying? I mean, get a grip, man. It's always about conversations. Sometimes they're basing it all on something innocent, like reading too much into text or they overheard the conversation. It's like they've become a master detective, but they're totally off base. Now I know it's tough, but try to stay calm in this messed up situation. Deep breaths. You haven't done anything wrong and you've got nothing to hide. Keep your voice level and let your partner know that you understand that this is an important issue to deal with. But seriously, consider this. Just because you're validating their feelings, it doesn't actually mean that you agree with them. Alright, let's evaluate your own behavior. Your partner's false accusations might stem from some trust issues that they've got going on themselves. And hey, it's not your fault. But take a moment to think about whether you might have unintentionally triggered those issues. Have you been overprotective of your phone or having intense conversations that they may worry about? It's all good to do those things, but they might feed into your partner's trust issues. Maybe you've made mistakes in the past. I'm not here to judge you. Maybe you lied, maybe you cheated. That could definitely make your partner anxious, especially if your behavior has changed recently. You might be as innocent as a fluffy kitten, but they see a change in you and they're instantly triggered. They think that something is going on. It's worth checking if you're unknowingly giving off a certain vibe or thinking about why your behavior may be triggering for your partner. I mean, here's an example. Let's say you're not in the mood for sex, right? But if you haven't communicated why you're rejecting their advances, they might jump into conclusions that you're cheating. So clear the air. It's always about a conversation, as we keep on repeating pretty much in every single video. Open up and talk about what's really going on instead of letting things spiral into these crazy accusations and arguments. It's just not worth it. It's always about communication. But good communication is the name of the game. Honesty is the key when it comes to your partner and to your relationship. Oh, while we're at it, let your partner know how being falsely accused makes you feel. I mean, seriously, it sucks to think that somebody believes that you're capable of horrible things or that you would want to hurt them. Now I know what you're thinking. It's tough to be compassionate to somebody who's accusing you of something that you haven't actually done. Believe me, I get it. It's really, really hard. But here's the thing. You don't have the full picture. You don't know what is going on in their heads or what they've been through in the past. Maybe their ex cheated, or maybe they come from a home full of arguments and lies. There is something there that is causing them to distrust you, and it's likely their own issues, you know? So do your best to be understanding and work through these issues together. But remember, it's a two-way street, so they got to put in some effort as well. Now let's talk about compromises and setting boundaries. Look, I'm not saying you should change your whole life for somebody, even if you love them or see a future together. But you can find some middle ground, right? Like if your partner gets all weird when you have drinks with your boss of the opposite sex, maybe agree to go out less. You shouldn't have to give up everything, but meeting in the middle can actually show that you care about their worries while also actually asserting your innocence. But here's the deal. Don't let it turn into emotional manipulation. It's fair for them to expect that you cut ties with an ex who is still into you, but it's not cool if they expect you to stop seeing your friends just because they like people of the same sex or same gender as you. Alright, time for some real talk. Sometimes, guys, you gotta know when to walk away. I know it's not a pleasant thing to hear, but there comes a point when walking away is the best thing for both of you. Dealing with false accusations can seriously mess with your head and your relationship. But if it's a one-off, and it eventually blows over, maybe it's worth sticking it out. But if it keeps happening and affecting your happiness, you gotta ask yourself if it's even worth it. Well, sadly, some things won't get better until the person acknowledges and addresses their own trust issues. And guess what? You don't owe them your time or energy while they work on that, no matter how much you love them. Sometimes it's better to protect yourself and walk away. And hey, no guilt trips, my friends. You're taking care of yourself, and that's what really matters.